Good morning and welcome back to the 21-day Resiliency Series titled Embracing Your Personal Failures. It is wonderful that you have stayed with us. We are excited that you have stayed with us and we ask that you continue to do so. We have 7 more days to go to top the 21 days when we will complete this Resiliency Series that we have titled Embracing Your Personal Failures. This is set to ensure that we are motivated, we are geared, and that we are more determined to get to the locations where we will thrive from the locations where we have failed. And this is the reason why we have this series, this 21-day series on embracing our personal failures. We want it personalized because everyone's failure is different. There may be similarities. There may be some approaches to dealing with those failures may be similar, yet the uniqueness of each individual really makes their failure unique to them. And so we want every recommendation that we make, every presentation to be personalized so that you can receive the maximum benefits. We are prepared to share with you the 14th reason why we should embrace our personal failures. Remember that if you do like the content of our videos and our channel on a whole, that you do tap the like button, that you tap that bell, that you share as well, and that you also subscribe so others can join us on this journey where we together can build a stronger community. The 14th reason for embracing our personal failures is failure teaches gratitude. Failure teaches gratitude. Let us together get ready for the presentation. Failure teaches gratitude. Failure teaches gratitude. Let me ask you something very honest. And I first need you to be honest with yourself. When was the last time you truly appreciated something small? When was the last time you appreciated a small gesture, a small expression of appreciation, a quiet morning, a genuine laugh, a tiny win that felt kind of huge, somewhat huge? Here's the surprising truth about a number of us. We often don't appreciate life's simple joys. Those simple things we take for granted. Until failure knocks us down, lifts the illusions, teaches us what really matters, we take a number of things for granted. Failure, as I've indicated, doesn't just break us. It teaches gratitude in a way nothing else can. So what we want to do this morning is to explore 8 reasons for that. The first reason is failure resets our perspective. Failure resets our perspective. When something is going well, when everything is going well, when most of our lives, a good section of our life is going well, we get used to that momentum and take things for granted. Progress seems normal, success feels expected. We start believing and behaving we're supposed to win all the time, have all the time. But then failure hits us unexpectedly, and suddenly we are reminded, wow, okay, so this is not good for me. None of this was guaranteed. I did not expect that loss. That type of realization alone can shift the entire way we see the world, our worldview on a number of issues. So failure resets our expectations and brings our attention back to the gifts that we often overlook. Supportive friends, for example, a second chance, the courage to try again. We sometimes have to rethink that. When we lose something, even if it's temporarily, we begin to appreciate everything. And again, those small things. Number two, failure makes small wins feel quite big. Have you noticed that the big wins are generally rare, but the small wins appear every day? Small steps, small gains. But when we are chasing perfection, when we don't want to even see the small ones, we don't even see the big ones. Failure slows us down, and suddenly finishing something small feels like a victory. We tend to be we need to be consistent so that we can appreciate those small miracles. Taking those small steps forward feels like great strength. After we've had a setback or two, we begin to redefine what it is to win. We begin to celebrate progress and not perfection. And it's that type of gratitude that motivates us, that becomes fuel that keep us going over and over again. A third reason is failure reminds us that support is a gift. Failure reminds us that support is a gift. What failure does is to expose who's really there for us, who's not there for us. Maybe a friend checked in, maybe a professor checked in, maybe a mentor encouraged you, maybe a family member gave you the space to breathe, maybe someone offered kindness to you when you least expected, when you felt unworthy of that type of reception. When life is smooth, we often feel the value of community. We have a greater sense of community. We embrace community a lot more. But when things fall apart, every act of support stands out and seems big, seems like something we have been dying for, waiting for. And so when we rise again, we carry a deeper expression of gratitude for the people who didn't walk away, those who stayed back, those who walked the trenches with us, those who provided us with water to drink when we were thirsty. Failure teaches us that we were not alone. And that in itself, just the expression of not being alone, is something that we are grateful for. Failure also highlights what truly matters. Sometimes failure interrupts the wrong path. I will admit, it removes the distractions. It silences the noise. It focuses me to realize, well, I was chasing something that didn't matter. So once we shift our priorities, once our priorities shift to what should be, we begin appreciating those small things, those little things that carry significant meaning. We celebrate our peace, we celebrate our purpose, we celebrate connections, we celebrate creativity, we celebrate rest. Gratitude then becomes something that we are finally aligned with, and we begin to cherish ourselves, because failure doesn't take away meaning. What it does is to reveal how meaningful life is to us. Number 5, failure teaches us to value the present moment, the now, the instance, the moments that we take. Number 6, failure teaches us that comebacks deserve a celebration. There's nothing more beautiful than the moment you rise again, the moment you get back on your feet, the moment you begin to fly again, the moment you feel excited about life again, about your goals again. And when you do, the gratitude you feel is unlike anything success could ever give you, just because you're back on your feet again. Because this time, your appreciation comes from your struggles, from your losses, from your learning experiences, from your growth. If success makes you proud, failure makes you grateful. That gratitude becomes the fire, the passion, the energy, the catalyst, the motivation that drives you towards your purpose. Number 7, the 7th reason, failure teaches gratitude for our own strength. Failure teaches us to be gracious and towards our own strength. I'm making the point here that most people don't know how strong they are until choice is all they have left. When you go for failure and somehow you keep going, you begin to appreciate yourself differently. You appreciate your patience, you appreciate your resilience, you appreciate your courage, your ability not to quit. You look back and think, well, I survived it. I grew from what I went through. It was bad, but I grew from it. It was tough, but I'm a lot wiser now because of what I went through. Gratitude isn't just for the external blessings. This is what I really want to drive forward. It's also for the strength that you discover in you. Gratitude is for that strength that you have in you. And the 8th point is failure drives us to develop new lifestyles. We begin to look at life through different lens. We begin to appreciate progress. We celebrate small wins. We value relationships. We honor our growth. We recognize our strengths. We see all of these things as blessings, while others see nothing in us or nothing good in what we have achieved. Failure just doesn't teach us gratitude. It turns our gratitude into a way of life, a way of living. We become someone different. We begin to experience and to appreciate joy, not only when we get to the finish line, but in every step along the way. So it is very important to note that failure motivates us to be gracious towards ourselves and towards others. So if you're walking through failure right now, if you have walked through failure, remember this. When you rise again, your gratitude will be deeper, stronger. Your joy will be fuller. Your vision will be clearer. Your heart will be softer. Your life will be richer, more meaningful. Failure doesn't steal gratitude away from us. Failure plants the seed of gratitude in us. When the season shifts, we'll harvest something that is quite beautiful. And that is, we will harvest a different worldview. We will harvest a stronger core. We will harvest a more meaningful lifestyle. We will harvest a motivational perspective towards our own self, a fuller perspective towards our purpose, and we would be happier at the core. We are grateful that you stopped by on day 14. Remember, our presentations are intended to transport us from the locations where we have failed to the locations where we will not just succeed, but where we will thrive. We are grateful again for your presence, for your liking, for your sharing, and for subscribing if you have not subscribed. So do so and continue to provide us with the support that we need. And we together will grow this community and transform whatever locations, whatever space that we occupy, in whatever aspect of our lives. We will be able to transform lives in a very meaningful way. See you on day 15.